Hey YouTube, you have Leonard here. Bring guys and gals, Kanojo Okarishimasu. Yes, Rent a Girlfriend, chapter 230. So if you haven't already, again, go to my Twitch, link in the description box down below for the live reaction. I do recommend checking it out. It was a funny chapter, especially in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. All the stuff with Mami and the fight that was kind of being hyped up. We did indeed get the fight. And Mami was, I think in this chapter in particular, I can split into kind of 2 to 3 parts. But Mami for me was the star of this chapter, and Deiji's found a way to actually make me interested in Mami's character once again. So hear me out for a second. With all the stuff that was happening with Mami here, she was clearly angry, and this was clearly going to be her, I guess you could say, like her last dance, her final attempt to try and do something. Everything she's done has failed, and all she can think to do is to approach Chizuru and basically yell at her and try to fight her. And honestly, I thought it was going to be ridiculous, but when we think about Mami and what she's been through and the words she spoke in this chapter, Mami was being very sincere. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very sincere Mami that we got in this chapter, where she earnestly does not like Chizuru, because Chizuru goes against every single thing that Mami stands for. And let me explain quickly. When we think back to Mami's flashback, remember that she was someone who was burned because of love. She was an innocent girl, but at the end of the day, her father manipulated the situation. The boyfriend who said that he would stand by her no matter what ends up breaking up with her because of the manipulation and leaves her. At the end of the day, if there's anything that Mami does not like, it's the deceit that's found in relationships. So when she looks at Chizuru, someone who acts like she is innocent, caring, loving, and I say acts being from Mami's point of view, it sickens her. She doesn't understand how Chizuru can do these things, and we think that Mami at the end of the day is like lying, deceitful. She is. But again, just from her perspective, she looks at Chizuru as the epitome, the personification of what she dislikes. She's a liar. She's a rental girlfriend. She's doing this for business. At least she claims she's doing it for business from Mami's perspective. And at the end of the day, though, she keeps lying. She keeps deceiving. She keeps twisting things and making everybody love her and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, she's not genuine. So I'm just going to quickly read what she says here in the chapter, like this last portion of her rant. And this is what she ends up saying here. She says, that proves that you've been trying to seduce him all this time, going all the way back. You use people, and I hate that about you. That line, by the way, like, that was strong. Going on and on about love and feelings and acting like you're as innocent as can be. Then you go so far as to lay a big fat smooch on him. You put your paws on your client. What makes you any different from a back alley whore? That was crazy. You disgust me. Everything that Mami said there, and you look at her expressions in the panels, it's truly how she feels. This isn't cap, this isn't a lie or anything. She truly feels this way about Chizuru. And as much as I hate Mami, again, we take a step back and just try to see her perspective on things. I kind of understand what she is saying, but at the same time also, she's wrong. Because Mami's clearly projecting. She's clearly projecting, Mr. Otaku, welcome. We live right now. But she's clearly projecting at this point in time how she feels on the situation, and more so, it's not even about Chizuru and Kazuya, it's about something deeper. Now, I personally think that what it is has to do again about her past, her backstory, her feelings on love. But then afterwards, in the second part of the chapter, Chizuru ends up getting angry, and Chizuru claps back. Chizuru basically tells Mami to stop lying to herself, and she says that you're the one who's being weird. So one line that Chizuru says in particular is the fact that Mami is lying to herself about her feelings. And finally, she concludes it by saying, it's not too late to re-examine how you truly feel. I think that honestly, Chizuru finally speaking up for herself against Mami was one of my favorite parts of this whole entire chapter. How long have we been clamoring for Chizuru to say something, for Chizuru to be like, no, I'm not going to take this anymore for you. I'm going to actually speak the facts of the situation. And I don't think Chizuru is wrong here whatsoever. Mami seems justified in her anger, but her anger is misplaced. She's not angry truly at Chizuru, as much as that's what she wants herself and for us to believe. there's an underlying issue clearly going on with her. And the one thing that has me worried, I do not think this is the case. And I've said this for chapters upon chapters. And if I'm wrong, then I'll admit that I'm wrong. But the chapter, to me anyway, I'm curious your thoughts in the comment section down below, and also Twitch chat as well. I know we talked about this. But is it possible that mommy has feelings, or has feelings, I don't know, for Kazuya, buried deep down? I say this only because when Chizuru says that line, "It's not too late to re-examine yourself," mommy, she pauses. She has a moment of reflection, and Kazuya smiling just pops into her head. Again, I don't think that panel is a mistake. That panel's there obviously for a reason, to show what mommy is thinking about. Now, I don't know, it could easily be that mommy's feeling regret because of the fact that she has wronged Kazuya, who was a good man and did nothing wrong. And maybe because she's realizing that she's done all of this for her own selfish reasons. But it could also be, maybe, that she is jealous of Chizuru in some way, shape, or form, and the relationship that she has with Kazuya. That doesn't mean that she again likes Kazuya. I personally wouldn't like it, just because for me in the story, I haven't really seen the reason as to why she got with Kazuya. We don't really see how she was jealous necessarily of Chizuru from a Kazuya standpoint. She was jealous of Chizuru, I thought, because Chizuru just came off as this perfect girl. But it is curious. I do think we need to talk about that, because it is a possibility in terms of how mommy truly feels about the situation, that perhaps she is in fact jealous of Chizuru and Kazuya, and particularly because she has some lingering feelings for Kazuya. Yes, even though she broke up with him. So, I don't know. Those are just some things that I'm thinking about as it relates to this chapter. But now we get into the third part. And the third part is, in my opinion, not as interesting as the Chizuru and mommy dynamic. But we go back to Kazuya. So once again, Kazuya is at this point just, he's suffering. Because he doesn't really understand what is happening here. He doesn't know why the kiss is happening. He doesn't know how to start his feelings. And all Kazuya can continue to think about is the rental agreement. And I do blame Chizuru for this. You can blame Kazuya and the fact that he can't put logic together. I do agree. But in part also, this is also Chizuru's fault, because she has shackled him with the rental agreement by always emphasizing that she does things because the agreement said so, or you broke an agreement, and he thinks in that way now. So for Kazuya, he still can't get out of his mind the fact that Chizuru is probably doing this just because of the fact that it is part of the rental stuff. She's trying to bail him out. But then he realizes that he's violated the rental agreement time and time again, and this time he's gone too far. The kiss, everything, the swimsuit, etc. And Kazuya's freaking out right now. So I thought I saw Kibe at one point in like the scene. I don't know if it's actually Kibe or not. I still wonder where Kibe is and when he's going to kind of like make an appearance. It's worrying me a little bit that Kibe has not been present for any of the stuff going on. So we need to keep that in mind. But Kazuya at this point is rationalizing to himself, how is it the fact that she kissed me? Because kissing me, you only kiss someone that you love. So it doesn't make sense that Chizuru would kiss me. And meanwhile, and I was talking about some Twitch side during the live reaction, Kazuya, kissing someone, and based on what you're saying anyway, kissing someone means that you love them. Chizuru kissed you. Major premise, minor premise. The conclusion, Kazuya, should be that Chizuru loves you. You have to come to that conclusion. And the hope I do have in the end of this chapter is the fact that we do see Kazuya walk into the room and Chizuru is shocked. Or not shocked, but Chizuru's there. And they do like the focus on her lips and everything. I'm curious to see what's going to happen, but I think we are finally going to get the well-needed, the well-discussed dialogue between Kazuya and Chizuru. And Kazuya doesn't look like he just went in there by accident, he's scared. Kazuya looks like he has some purpose. Kazuya looks like he legitimately is going to talk to her, and he wants to get to the bottom of his feelings, her feelings. So all in all, I think this is good. I think this was, for me, this was an A+ chapter. I truly enjoyed it. The comedy was on point. Re-examining Mommy's character, someone who I just wanted to be out of the story, I think is a good move, because I am generally curious about where Mommy's going to end up going and learning more about her motives, because now this seems to be like a big factor. So curious to see how that goes down. let's see what goes down between Chizuru and Kazuya. I'm just saying that things are about to get real in a good way. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter. So everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm just looking at my chat one last time. One-on-one check convo, let's go. Yeah. I'm excited, everybody. I truly am excited. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you like my content. It's greatly appreciated as always. We will be back again next week with another Rent a Girlfriend chapter. And with that, I'm Leonard, and I'm out. Take care, everybody. Peace.